That year, heavy snow sealed off Kunlun Mountain. I knelt prostrate on the mountain peak for 3 full days and nights, all just to beg the divine healer to descend the mountain and save her life. The price I paid was losing the use of one leg. The video got leaked. The entire social media world mocked me as a shameless bootlicker who'd stop at nothing to cling to a wealthy woman. I calmly reminisced. The one time I didn't lick was when I begged the divine healer to save my ex-girlfriend's life. That very night, Samantha Mann, the owner of a fortune worth hundreds of billions, rushed to my door like a madwoman, pounding on it, her eyes red and swollen, demanding to know why I wouldn't explain. I pointed to my right leg, which throbbed to the bone every time it rained. With a smirk, I sneered. What was there to explain? Explain how back then, she mocked my kneeling as utterly filthy, then turned around and tossed the life-saving medicine the divine healer had given. Straight into the trash? A video from 2 years ago suddenly exploded on the trending searches. The frame showed nothing but endless white snow filling the sky, and a tiny figure like an ant at the foot of Kunlun Mountain. That person wore a thin mountaineering jacket. In a blizzard at -30 degrees, every step forward came with a kowtow, knees slamming hard against the frozen ground. That heavy thud. Even through a screen it made people shiver with unease. The lens zoomed in. A face pale from the cold, eyelashes crusted with ice. It was none other than the has-been movie emperor, being ridiculed across social media. Luke Mingdite. The comment section was flooded with malice. Laughing my ass off, Luke the movie emperor, desperate to win back his sugar mommy Samantha Mann. She Wallajul, even risking his life for it. Bootlickers never end well, kneeling like a pathetic fool. But our CEO Samantha wouldn't even glance his way, thinking that would move heaven and earth. But don't dream of touching our Samantha, because cheap affection is worth less than weeds. At that moment I was curled up in an old nanny van, belonging to my manager, Sister Tracy. Deep in my knee, waves of throbbing pain surged relentlessly. Outside the window, the dreary autumn rain fell. My right leg, always more sensitive than the weather forecast. Sister Tracy trembled with rage. She slammed the tablet down on the seat. These keyboard warriors, if it weren't for her back then. Her gaze fell on my hand, massaging my knee. Her eyes rimmed with red. She swallowed back the words she was about to say. 2 years ago, I and the CEO of Starlight Entertainment, Samantha Mann, were the golden couple acknowledged by the entertainment industry. Outsiders all said I climbed by riding Samantha's coattails, but no one knew that in Starlight's toughest years, I dove headfirst into filming day and night, pouring every penny of my pay into plugging the company's financial holes. It was that very winter. Samantha suddenly fell ill with a rare blood disease, her life hanging by a thread. Domestic experts were all stumped. The only hope was the eccentric Ghost Hand hermit on Kunlun. Ghost Hand had sworn never to leave the mountain. I went to beg him, in the most foolish and tragic way, kneeling for 3 days straight in the freezing snow, looking at the cold mocking words on the screen. My heart held no anger, only a ridiculous sense of absurdity. So, in the eyes of the world, and my plea, that nearly cost me half my life, was just a clumsy act. I picked up my phone, typed a line under that trending news. Sorry, Demity, for making everyone laugh. It wasn't a plea for reconciliation. No, but to beg the divine healer to save my ex-girlfriend's life. Sure. Hit send. The faint glow from the phone screen illuminated my right knee, where a grotesque, twisting surgical scar lay. This response was like cold water splashed into hot oil. Social media erupted instantly. #Lukaming responds to healing plea. #Lukaming's ex-girlfriend, Samantha Mann. #Truth, the Kunlun kneeling. A barrage of hashtags shot straight to the top 3 trends. Netizens quickly dug up the timeline. That winter, 2 years ago, Samantha did vanish for 3 months due to illness. The video's timestamp matched exactly 1 week before Samantha's successful surgery. Public opinion shifted abruptly. Holy shit! If it's true, then Luke Ming was risking his whole life to save someone. Minus 30 degrees, kneeling for 3 days. In miles, Paladami, Musai. Could that leg even be saved? Now, thinking back gives me chills. After Samantha recovered, she immediately went public with her new boyfriend, Xander Yang. Shy. While Luke Ming seemed to have mobility issues from then on, gradually fading from the scene. Sister Tracy watched the private messages popping non-stop, crying and laughing. Hey Ming, we've turned the tide. This is a real big win. Public opinion's on your side now. I leaned back in the seat, staring at the endless rain outside the window. My heart felt empty. A win? Maybe. But some things, once shattered, can't be pieced back together with public opinion. Midnight, the doorbell rang urgently and shrilly. I dragged my right leg, stiff as iron, to open the door. Outside stood Samantha Mann, reeking of alcohol. 2 years apart. She looked even sharper and more alluring. Her high-end coat accentuated her commanding presence. Now those bloodshot eyes stared fixedly at me. Luke Ming. Her voice was hoarse, trembling with disbelief. She staggered toward the door. When her gaze landed on the sleek black cane in my hand, her whole body froze. It was medical-grade equipment. My right knee bone had necrotized from frostbite, replaced with an artificial joint. On rainy, windy days, I could barely stand. Samantha's fingertips trembled, reaching out but not daring to touch. Just an old injury. I shifted aside to avoid her hand. CEO Samantha, coming here in the dead of night. What's the big idea? Samantha stood rooted in place. Tears fell unbidden, streaming down. Why didn't you tell me back then? So, the medicine came from your kneeling. Why? Xander Yang told me. It was a special treatment he got through connections. Airshipped from abroad. I even thought your disappearance those days was for gambling. Watching her sob wretchedly, my heart remained unmoved. Like a dried-up well. What good would telling you do? I leaned on the cane, limping to sit on the sofa, trying to soothe the heart-piercing pain in my knee. Samantha, the day I dragged my ruined legs back. When I handed you the medicine. What did you do? Samantha's sobs cut off abruptly. Her face turned ashen as paper. That day, descending from Kunlun, my legs had long lost all sensation. Carried onto the vehicle by the rescue team. I didn't go to the hospital. Instead, I clutched that porcelain jar and rushed to the ward. The ward's heater was warmly comforting. Xander Yang was peeling an apple, making her laugh brightly. I was covered in mud and dirt, looking no better than a beggar. Clutching that porcelain jar tightly. Little man this is. Before I could finish, Samantha frowned in disgust. Luke Ming, where have you been whoring around? Nyanda B. You stink all over. She didn't even bother to look. Glancing at the porcelain jar once, Yang has already connected me with a special treatment from abroad. Now, keep that folk remedy of unknown origin away from me. Now, don't dirty my eyes. She impatiently waved her hand. The porcelain jar I'd traded 3 days of kneeling and a leg for was knocked flying to the ground. In that instant, the sound of my heart shattering now was clearer than the crack of my knee bones breaking. What did Xander Yang do then? He kicked the porcelain jar into the corner with his shoe toe, like kicking a trash bag, sneering. Brother, Luke, what era is this to still believe in divine healers? What do you mean? You haven't been brainwashed by scammers, have you? Why, narrate. This thing is filthy as hell. Why, just toss it. Samantha coldly uttered one word. Toss. You. The memory halted abruptly. I looked at the woman before me, full of regret. A faint smile tugged at my lips. Remember now, that jar of medicine was thrown into the medical waste bin by your good boyfriend, Xander Yang, right in front of me. Nhi. In truth, it wasn't any foreign special treatment at all. Say, what Xander Yang gave you to drink later, was the very medicine I'd begged for. He just picked it up from the trash. And swapped it into a fancy Western-style package. Those words hit like a heavy blow, smashing straight into Samantha's head. She staggered back, her back slamming hard against the cabinet. No, impossible, Yang said. Nhi. Believe it or not, up to you. Wonja. I wearily closed my eyes. Please leave, CEO Samantha. Tomorrow I have an audition for Snow Realm. No time to reminisce about painful old times with you. Nhi. Snow Realm was the epic blockbuster Zach Murray had prepared for 3 years. Among the competitors for the male lead was Xander Yang himself, and the biggest investor was none other than Samantha Mann. After sending Samantha away, I gulped down 2 painkillers. Sister Tracy texted, "Hey Ming, tomorrow's audition might be a trap. I just got word. Xander Yang is dead set on snagging that role. Plus, Samantha will be there in person as producer. And in the script, there's a scene requiring the male lead to run barefoot in the snow with your leg." Ew. I stared at the phone, fingers clenching until they blanched. Running barefoot in the snow. For me, that was nothing short of torture. But I had no way out. These 2 years, suppressed by Xander Yang in every way, resources drained dry. Even future treatment costs were about to run out. The role of the disabled assassin, who strikes with ruthless ferocity in Snow Realm, was my only chance to turn things around. The character's soul mirrored mine too closely. I'm going. I texted back just those 2 words. The next day at the audition site, the hallway was packed with male actors. Xander Yang sat in the center, surrounded by sycophants. Seeing me appear on cane in the noisy hallway, the space fell silent in an instant. Xander Yang looked up, a bright smile on his face, but daggers hidden in his eyes. "Oh, isn't this Brother Luke? Your legs can barely walk, yet you're here auditioning for action scenes. Wow." He stepped forward, pretending to support me, his voice dropping low. "Just for us two. Man came looking for you last night, huh? Stop dreaming. Even if she knows the truth, so what? The one by her side now is me. The one investing in this film is her too. Luke Ming, you're just a washed-up cripple. What do you have to fight me with?" I shifted to avoid his hand, the cane thumping the ground, a dry crack echoing. "With real talent," I said coldly and walked straight to the waiting area. Xander Yang sneered behind me. "Talent? Let's see. I'll watch with wide eyes how you run. Before that leg snaps for good." Not long, Samantha arrived. Wearing sunglasses, she paused slightly as she passed me. Through the lenses she gazed deeply at me, her expression dark and unreadable. The auditions began. The actors before went in and came out dejected. Xander Yang's turn. He was inside for a long time, emerging with a beaming face, triumphant as if victory was assured. Passing me, he smirked disdainfully. "Director Zach is very pleased with me. Brother Luke, you should go home and retire. Don't go in there and make a fool of yourself." Shani. Next, Luke Ming got. I took a deep breath, leaning on the cane, stepping into the audition room. Director Zach sat behind the monitor. Beside him, Samantha with a tense expression. Seeing my gait, Director Zach frowned immediately. What's wrong with your leg? Xander Recap. Before I could answer, Xander Yang, staying to observe, chimed in quickly. Director Zach, Brother Luke got injured 2 years ago and is disabled now. Even normal walking is tough. Disappointment flashed openly in Director Zach's eyes. The male lead in Snow Realm is an assassin, set with a throat disability, but needs explosive power. Can you handle it like this? Samantha gripped the script tightly, fingertips pale, but stayed silent. Director Zach, I set the cane aside, standing steady, though my right leg, without support, trembled slightly beyond control. It's because I'm crippled that I understand this role better than anyone. No need to act. I am him. Director Zach was silent for a few seconds, then tossed the script on the table. Fine. Perform an indoor scene. The male lead hunted by enemies. In desperation, dragging broken legs to counterkill. No stunt double. No protection. Perform right on this hard floor. Xander Yang, you play opposite him, as the enemy. Excitement gleamed wickedly in Xander Yang's eyes. Sure thing, Brother Luke. No offense. Wow. He casually flexed his wrists. Action. Xander Yang charged fiercely, delivering a powerful kick to my gut. He put full force into that kick. I groaned, crashing to the ground. My right knee slammed directly onto the rigid floor. Bone-deep pain exploded, blackening my vision. Cold sweat instantly soaking my back. Luke Ming. Samantha jumped up in panic. Don't stop. Yeah, warm now. Director Zach barked up. I clenched my teeth, not calling cut. This bit of pain, compared to 3 days and nights on the snowy mountain, was nothing. Seeing me unable to rise, Xander Yang rushed over, grabbing my collar, grinding me against the floor, reciting lines. His eyes revealed genuine humiliation. Run, you worthless cripple, aren't you so good at running? Yanjay. He used the scene to curse, settling personal scores. I lay on the floor, gasping violently, fingers clawing into floor cracks, nails splitting with blood. The pain twisted my face uncontrollably. This was the character's most authentic state, like a dying beast. Just as Xander Yang moved to strike again, I snapped my head up, those eyes veined with blood, full of ferocity, despair, yet radiating a madness for mutual destruction. Xander Yang froze, stunned by the gaze. In that split second, I acted, suppressing the tearing pain in my right leg. I surged up, pivoting on my left leg, launching like a bullet, straight into Xander Yang's chest. The massive impact hurled him to the ground. I mounted him, clamping his throat. My right knee, housing the cold artificial joint, crushed down on his chest. Cough. Cough. Let go. Xander Yang panicked. The suffocation made him thrash wildly. I didn't release. Veins bulged on my hands, killing intent nearly tangible. In this moment, I was the film's assassin, and also the Luke Ming trampled in mud for 2 years. Ah, good, that's amazing. Whoa, Director Zach's excited yell shattered the silence. I immediately loosened my grip, collapsing aside. Cold sweat dripped heavily onto the floor. My right leg ached numb. The room echoed with sparse but resounding applause. Director Zach stood, eyes full of admiration. Xander Yang scrambled up messily, clutching his throat, coughing violently, face ashen. Seeing Director Zach's satisfaction, he suddenly shouted, "Director Zach, this doesn't count. He has violent tendencies." And he pointed at my leg, viciously yelling. Plus, his leg is a hidden hazard. Just one fall earlier, and I saw he couldn't stand steady. How can a cripple like this join the cast? What if he gets paralyzed mid-shoot? Who takes responsibility for the production losses? Now uneasy. He turned abruptly to Samantha. CEO Samantha, you're the investor. You surely don't want. The production halted over a cripple, right? All eyes focused instantly on Samantha. Xander Yang looked smug. My heart sank to the abyss. The next second, Samantha flipped the script. So, I want to inspect the injury. She pointed to my right pant leg, eyes holding a strange madness. Voice trembling out of control. Luke Ming, roll up your pant leg. Let everyone see just how ruined these legs of yours really are. Well. She wanted to publicly expose that scar in front of the crowd. I gripped the pant leg tightly, fingertips pale. Samantha, no need to go this far. My voice was hoarse, like sand. Roll up the pant leg. Samantha screamed uncontrollably, tears streaming down. I want to see. I want Xander Yang to look closely. Let the whole world witness just what these legs were ruined for. The air seemed to freeze solid. The smile on Xander Yang's face stiffened. Watching Samantha's breakdown, I released my hand. If you want to see, then see. My left hand trembled, slowly rolling up the right pant leg. When the calf was fully exposed under the lights, the room filled with gasps of horror. Director Zach couldn't bear it, turning away, unwilling to look directly. This couldn't even be called an intact leg. At the knee, a 20 cm jagged scar, like a grotesque centipede crawling on the skin. Surrounding muscles, starved of blood for too long. A pallid grayish-purple, bleached white, visibly atrophied, clearly thinner by a full circle than the left. Beneath the scar, the skin vaguely outlined, the contours of the cold, rigid artificial joint, exuding a harrowing desolation. This was the cost of 3 days and nights kneeling in the snow. This was proof of the so-called faking it, the internet mock. In the corner someone retched uncontrollably. Too gruesome. Samantha clamped her mouth, collapsing to the ground, as if drained of all strength. She trembled, extending her hand, fingertips touching that cold scar. This is the truth you wanted to hide from me, she cried heartbrokenly, voice fracturing. Luke Ming, you're insane. How dare you destroy yourself like this for me? Xander Yang's face turned livid. He backed away, step by step, lips quivering. No, not real. This can't be. I felt nothing. Pulled the pant leg down to cover the wound, leaning on the cane, using every ounce of strength to stand. Body swaying, but spine still proudly straight. I looked at the panicked Xander Yang, then at the wailing Samantha, calmly said, CEO Samantha, done inspecting the wound? If you think this cripple won't affect filming, then let's sign the contract. After all, I'm still waiting on that paycheck to eat. Altitude, 4,500 meters. Wind whipping ice and snow straight into the collar and sleeves. Each breath, lungs like swallowing rusty blades. Burning hot to scorching. The crew chose the location at a snowy mountain pass peak in western Sichuan. This was a forbidden zone for life. Also the natural set for Snow Realm. I leaned on the cane, each heavy step crunching through snow over the ankles. The artificial joint in my right leg, frozen stiff. Every step, the metal inside the knee, transmitted a teeth-gritting friction, like bones grinding directly on ice blocks. Move aside. Are you blind? Good dogs don't block the path. Shouts came from behind. Several logistics, staff carrying equipment ran past. Passing me, one deliberately bumped my shoulder. I lost balance. Right leg couldn't take the force. Body tilted sideways. Cane scraping the hard ground with a piercing screech. I clenched the cane head until pale, barely steadying myself, not letting myself collapse into the snow in front of everyone. Oh hey, isn't this our male lead? Xander Yang, in a thick down jacket, sipping leisurely from a thermos, sauntered over. Though demoted to supporting male for poor acting, but the investor-backed label still made him king of the set. He stopped before me, glanced at my trembling right leg, lips curling in a sleazy grin. Brother Luke, filming hasn't even started. Why's your leg already going soft? If you really can't handle it, call and beg CEO Samantha now. Who knows, she might switch you to an easier role. The surrounding staff burst into laughter. I ignored them, adjusting the cane to stand straight. This kind of humiliation compared to those 3 days on Kunlun Mountain Diet or wasn't even a scratch. Move, I replied lowly, sidestepping him toward the set. As I passed Xander Yang, his expensive hiking boot silently extended an inch, perfectly blocking the cane's landing spot. For a normal person, at most, a stumble. But for someone relying on a cane for balance, like me, this trip was meant to kill. Cane missed. Whoa. Body instantly off balance. I tensed my core muscles. Left leg planted firm in the snow, right knee stabbing with pain. But I gritted my teeth, twisting awkwardly to hold balance. Cold sweat drenching my back. Xander Yang regretfully retracted his foot, whistling as if nothing. Brother Luke, pretty stable base there. Looks like you train a lot normally. I lifted my eyes calmly to him, no anger in my gaze. Just indifference, like viewing a corpse. Xander Yang felt a chill down his spine from the look. His smile stiffened slightly. Embarrassed rage, he snorted coldly, turned toward the director's tent. All departments prepare. Start scene 12. Now? Director Zach yelled through the megaphone. Scene 12 was today's key scene. Per the script, the male lead gravely injured had to carry a comatose teammate through a blizzard, trekking across the snowy mountain defense line. The teammate was a custom dummy prop. This kind of carry prop. Usually stuffed with cotton or foam. No more than 10 kg. Just aged the outer shell to look heavy. I walked to the props team. The prop guy had an unfamiliar face. Eyes evasive. The dummy in camouflage lay on the snow, looking a bit bloated. Master Luke, this is the prop, he muttered, then hurried away. I bent to grab the strap. The moment I touched it, something felt off. The strap taut, not like pulling cotton. I tried lifting with one hand. It didn't budge. A heavy drag pulled up my arm, nearly dislocating my wrist. This is cotton. I narrowed my eyes, squeezing the dummy. The inner stuffing had been gutted, replaced with something else. Felt like lead blocks and solid iron bars. This weight was at least 100 kg. Forget high-altitude oxygen deprivation. Even on flat ground, making a healthy man march with 100 kg was a challenge, let alone my right leg with an artificial joint. I turned to the monitor. Xander Yang sat in a folding chair, casually sipping hot coffee. Seeing me look, he raised a provocative brow, mouthing, "Can't carry it." He was waiting for me to embarrass myself, waiting for me to complain to the director. Once I spoke up, tomorrow's news would be, Luke Ming has diva syndrome, ditching the scene over heavy props. The once glorious movie emperor turns out frail, can't even carry a dummy. In this industry, truth doesn't matter. What matters is what people want you to see. Exposing it now. Xander Yang could fully blame a temp worker, even bite back that my physique is weak. Director Zach, adjusting angles, bellowed, "Snowblowers ready." Industrial roars started, whipping up settled snow and artificial flakes, creating a mini blizzard. Visibility blurred. I withdrew my gaze, saying nothing. Bent to loop the heavy strap over my shoulders. "Luke Ming, ready?" Director Zach's voice warped in the wind. I drew a deep breath, icy air flooding my chest, mind clearer than ever. "Ready," I replied lowly. "If you want to play, then I'll play to the end with you." Action! The clapperboard snapped. I surged with force, throat holding a low growl, neck veins bulging. 100 kg weight pressing like a mountain on my back. Spine forced to bend. Cracking sounds of overload. Frozen ground beneath cracked open. Boot soles sinking deep into ankle-deep snow pits. Right knee sent sharp, intense pain. The artificial joint screaming protest. But I stood. In Xander Yang's stunned eyes. I shouldered the lead-stuffed dummy. Rising from the white snowfield. Lens pulled close. At this moment, I wasn't just Luke Ming. I was the assassin clawing for survival in desperation. Each step with all my might, left foot forward, seeking firm footing. Muscles, taut. Right foot, dragging after. Artificial joint, grating with teeth-jarring friction. Piercing through marrow straight to eardrums. Heavy panting, captured fully by the mic. This wasn't acting, but real reaction at the body's endurance limit. Sweat beading, then freezing on lashes. I felt no cold, only heat. Knee pain burning like fire, scorching through nerves across my body. But I couldn't stop. Once stopped, this ragged breath would never rise again. Blizzard, intensifying. Sharp snowflakes like bullets stinging my face. I bit my lower lip hard, tasting thick blood. Mind blank. Only one thought. Keep going. Just like 2 years ago on Kunlun. Snow as heavy then. Legs as painful. Back then on my shoulders was Samantha's life. Now, my own pride. Behind the monitor. Director Zach's furrowed brow slowly relaxed. Eyes shifting from scrutiny to total shock. He stared at the screen. The man with face contorted in effort. The silhouette making the ground quake with each step. This allure of teetering collapse yet refusing to retreat. Couldn't be fake. Good. Too good, Director Zach muttered. He forgot to call cut. The set, deathly quiet. Staff waiting for a joke. All halted work. Even outsiders could tell. What was on Luke Ming's back was no cotton. That downward pull. Those deep, sunk footprints. Real weight. Why do you wait? Xander Yang's coffee cup tilted. Liquid spilling over his pants unnoticed. He gaped wide-eyed at the figure in the snow. Madman. Total madman. His lips quivered. He couldn't fathom how a cripple could shoulder 100 kg of lead. Normal people couldn't endure it. Unsure how far I'd gone. 10 meters. 20 meters. Vision hazy. Right leg, fully numb. Only mechanical motion by inertia. About to explode. Finally, the director called, "Cut!" That sound like heavenly music. The taut string snapped at last. Knees buckled. Me and the dummy crashed into the snow. Boom! A loud thud making everyone's hearts jolt. I gasped, open-mouthed, greedily sucking thin oxygen. Vision blackening. Several logistics staff snapped to, rushing to help remove the prop. Don't touch! I raised a hand to stop, propped on the ground, slowly lifting my head to his Xander Yang. Face flushed red, forehead veins still raised, gaze ferocious, like a demon crawling back from hell. Xander Yang instinctively shrank back. I unbuckled the latch, hurled the dummy hard to the ground. Another boom, dry thud. The dummy's outer shell cracked open. A black iron bar pierced through the camouflage fabric, exposing a cold corner. The set filled with horrified gasps. Iron bars? Why iron inside? God, how heavy is this thing? Yeni. Luke Ming carried this for the scene just now. Alni. Buzzing discussions erupted. The prop guy's face drained of blood, huddled in the corner, shaking. Director Zach strode over. Seeing the dummy on the ground, face black as soot, he spun sharply, barking, "Who did this? What kind of prop is this?" No one dared speak. But I knew Director Zach saw through it all. Years in this industry, who doesn't know these tricks? I didn't name Xander Yang, no proof. Accusing now would make me look like a raging failure. I leaned on the cane, with assistant's help, struggling up. right leg aching like splitting in two, but my lips curved in a faint smile. Looking at Xander Yang, I mouthed silently, "Thanks. Thanks for giving me such a real experience. Thanks for making this scene flawlessly perfect." Xander Yang's face ashen. The cup in his hand crushed to form, eyes venomous and unwilling. He pulled out his phone, tapping furiously. Earlier during my shoot, he'd secretly recorded. In the footage, my face twisted ferociously. Gay, ugly, like a lame duck. That was the pathetic form in his eyes. His lips curled coldly. "Luke Ming, think you've won? Once this ugly clip leaks, paired with tabloid fanpages, enough to ruin your beautifully tragic image." He opened WeChat. Sent to Gossip Boss. Video sent. Content. Focus on. Has been movie emperor at set. Warim season Nhi Recap. Loses control of expressions. Nadal al see. Face ferocious, scaring kids to tears. Suspected mental instability. Hit send. Seeing the success icon. Glee flashed in Xander Yang's eyes. At the same time, Sister Tracy helped me into the rest tent. Sister Tracy teared up in distress. "Those bastards! That prop looked wrong at a glance. And Yang, how's your leg? Let me see quick." She knelt, rolling up my pant leg. Knee swollen like a bun. Skin purple red. The artificial joint connection oozing blood. Hospital now, Sister Tracy said through choked sobs. "Can't film more. Keep going and this leg's done for real." Not going. I grabbed an ice pack for the knee. Bone-chilling cold, overriding the burning heart-deep heat. "This is nothing." I leaned back in the chair, eyes closed. Xander Yang's venomous gaze flashed in mine. "Sister Tracy, keep an eye on online buzz for me." No, Xander filmed earlier. Tonight's sure to be a show. Sister Tracy fumed. "He dares smear you again." "Dare he saw. I'll find PR right now." "No need." I opened my eyes. Gaze clear. Let him release it. Kitty. Some things only in the darkest void. Yao. Can you see where the light comes from? Nendermidi. If Xander Yang thinks pouring all effort to seize opportunity is ugly, why? Then he's dead wrong. Princelings like him will never grasp what true strength is. Dell. It's the power of weeds piercing rock. Way to keep living. Even self-respect can be crushed. Nice. And swallowed down. Outside the tent, Blizzard howled madly. I pulled out painkillers. Downed, too, dried out wet. Bitter astringency, spreading on tongue. This battle was just beginning. In the luxury RV a few kilometers away, Samantha stared at the tablet screen streaming raw footage. These were direct feeds from the monitors. The man carrying immense weight on his shoulders, inching step by step through the blizzard. The quiver of every muscle fiber, the tiniest expressions, piercing the screen straight to the viewer's heart. Especially that final gaze, sharp as a blade, resilient and utterly alone. Samantha's finger lightly touched the man's face on screen. Her fingertip trembled slightly. "Luke Ming," she whispered softly, eyes red-rimmed. 2 years ago. Were you like this too? Carrying the medicine down from Kunlun? Back then, did it hurt even more than now? CEO Samantha, the assistant, knocked, hesitantly reporting. Young Master Shu just posted on Weibo, and bought trending spots, too. Saying Master Luke Ming went crazy on set. Face ferocious. Scaring the staff. Samantha's eyes turned icy cold instantly. She shut the tablet, voice regaining authority. Notify PR. Pull down that trending spot. Shu bought immediately. Also, she paused, gazing at the blizzard outside. Post that raw footage to the film's official page. With the caption, "This is what a real actor looks like." Wow. What? Assistant stunned. But young Master Shoes sighed. Do as I say, Samantha cut in, tone brooking no argument. And check who handled props today. By morning, I don't want to see that person on set anymore. And the new one, the RV, returned to quiet. Samantha leaned on the sofa, eyes closed, her mind filled with the crisscross scars on Luke Ming's leg. In that moment, her heart felt squeezed, pain so bad she couldn't breathe. Luke Ming, if I say I regret it, would you turn back and look at me once more? Night deep, the plateau sky crystal clear dark. The whole starry sky seemed within reach. I lay on the cot, knee throbbing, unable to sleep. Phone buzzed. Notification from a followed account. I picked it up. Saw a new Weibo post. Not Xander Yang's smear, but a 15-second raw behind-the-scenes video from Snow Realm's official page. No music, just wind howling and my labored breaths. In frame, me carrying the heavy dummy, face contorted, veins bulging like a beast, struggling in white snow. Caption just 5 words. This is an actor. Well, comments exploded. Top comment was the sneaky video from Xander Yang's alt account. Him mocking my distorted face. 2 videos, side by side. 1 official high-quality close-up. 1 shady dark angle sneak shot. 1 dedicated professionalism giving all. 1 malicious sarcasm. The difference? Stark. Netizen comments flooded like a torrent. God, watching gives me goosebumps. This explosiveness is peak. Who says this is ugly? This is clearly breathtakingly beautiful. Why, this shattered, yet powerful vibe. Can anyone in entertainment top this? Xander Yang meant to blacken Luke Ming with that video? Laughable. It backfired as the best proof. Wait, that dummy looks super heavy. Could Luke Ming's leg? Watching, likes skyrocketing. I turned off the phone, lips curling faintly. Xander Yang, you lost. You thought you were watching a play, unaware you're the clown jumping around, pulling the blanket tight, hearing wind whistle outside the tent. Finally, I felt sleepy. Tomorrow held fiercer battles. As long as I lived, I'd keep stepping forward, even burdened. Snow falling thick now, all around a blanket of white. Only the metallic creak in my knee audible. This was the final shoot. Script: assassin with both legs broken, crawling 500 meters through snow to deliver oxygen to his trapped lover. All departments ready. Director Zach bellowed, voice lost in the blizzard. This scene required 1 continuous take from start to end. Could Luke Ming endure? I lay prone in a snow pit, lower body buried in snow. Right leg felt off, like knives, slicing bone gaps, or thousands of needles pricking. Artificial joint icy cold, pressed to marrow yet burning heart deep. I exhaled white mist, face buried in snow, only eyes exposed. Action. Command given, I started moving. Legs ruined, relying fully on elbows, clawing frozen ground, to inch forward. 1 step, 2, each shift. Full body weight, pressing on the unstable right leg support. Sharp ice tore mountaineering sleeve. Elbows grinding ground, skin torn bleeding. Blood mixed with meltwater freezing into red ice chunks. Behind the monitor, Samantha glued to the screen. In frame, the man crawling across snowfield, face pallid, lips purple, but eyes blazing terrifyingly bright. That was final radiant state. Director Zach. Samantha clutched the script. Over 200 meters already. Should we? Quiet. Director Zach stared at the monitor. At his state. This is the most shocking performance I've seen in my life. He's burning his life. Calling stop now insults the actor. Now's the one. Samantha watched Luke Ming's pain-twisted face on screen. She was in turmoil. 2 years ago on Kunlun, he crawled like this too. Back then, no one called cut. No one offered hot water, just blizzard and despair. On the snowfield, I kept crawling. 300 meters. Lungs like inhaling glass shards. Breaths thick with blood. Right leg no longer hurt, just heavy swelling. I felt that metal joint piercing skin, wanting to burst my knee. Look quick, what's that? A staff. Suddenly pointed at a monitor corner. Everyone followed. On the snow where Luke Ming crawled, a long trail left, starting pink, then gradually deep red. Blood. Blood seeping from Luke Ming's right pant leg, the stain blotching white snow. Heart stopping. Bleeding. Director Zach. Assistant director yelled, "This blood loss is bad." Director Zach's hand shook, but he gritted teeth, not calling stop. In lens, I'd slowed. Hallucinations appeared, like back on Kunlun. That day same, knees knelt to pulp, blood-filling boots. Each step, a bloody print. I told myself no stopping. Stop and she'd die. Now, no stopping either. Stop means I lose. Lose to Xander Yang. Lose to that pass trampling my dignity. 450 meters. 50 more. I bit my tongue to stay alert. Growling from throat. Hands gripping rock. Lunging forward fiercely. Crack. A crisp snap. Clear even over howling wind. Flesh split open. Agony hit. I'd crawled to the end. Hand touching the marker for the lover. Vision blacked. Cut. Perfect. Too perfect. Director Zach's yell echoed, but I didn't rise to bow out. Face down, motionless. Snow beneath stained red in a large patch. Luke Ming. Samantha dashed out, flinging off a high heel. Barefoot on snow, she pounced. Medical team. Save him quick. Director Zach tossed the walkie, sprinting. Set in chaos. Xander Yang at the edge. Phone in hand, watching the frenzy. Lips smirking. Acting looks damn real. Nhi Recap. He bowed, head tapping phone. Edited video with caption. Hit send. Title. Exclusive. Luke Ming diva on set. Grim-faced, overacted performance. Ferocious face. Suspected schizophrenia. Video all contorted faces. Close-ups of savage eyes. And heavy prop tossing. Only heavy carry and bleeding scenes cut clean. Caption. This is a so-called movie emperor? Nhi. Arrogant to staff. Smashing props in anger. Expression like a madman. Rumor due to dissatisfaction with role allocation. And easy idea. Rolling around on set, throwing a tantrum. Does someone like this deserve all the praise? #Lukamingoismedansit. #Lukamingatodov entertainment. Shot straight to trending goal. Netizens exploded. God, that expression is terrifying. Nai? Looks like he wants to kill someone. Wow. Ego why? Truly, the mind shapes the appearance. Naman, leg broken, so his psyche twisted too. Pity. The staff dealing with this crazy artist. Why Nai? Boycott Snow Realm. Boycott Luke Ming. She. Online echoed with waves of curses. The atmosphere on the snowfield was extremely tense. Samantha knelt in the snow, trying to help Luke Ming up. Pushed aside by the set doctor. Don't touch him. Dummadiyao. It might be a fracture. The doctor knelt, pulling scissors to cut the right pant leg of Luke Ming Daniel. Onlookers collectively gasped. A lighting staff's reflector clattered to the ground. The makeup artist covered her mouth, bursting into tears. Director Zach's face paled, stepping back half a pace. The pant leg cut open. That leg exposed, so wretched no one dared look. The old scar burst open. Skin flipped back. Blood mixed with yellow pus oozing out. The knee was the most horrific. A segment of silver-white metal component piercing the skin. Fully exposed. Still tangled with muscle fibers. The artificial joint had dislocated. The doctor, hands shaking, commanded, "Where's the stretcher? Hurry!" Wow. Must get him down the mountain for surgery immediately. Why? Any delay and this leg is truly unsalvageable. It could even get infected, leading to amputation. Yeah. How? Samantha slumped to the ground, eyes glued to that metal bone, silver white and glaring fresh red, breath seeming to freeze. This is the old injury he mentioned? This is what faking pity Xander Yang called it? He dragged his leg, crawling 500 meters. Luke Ming. Samantha's trembling hand reached to touch his face, but realized her hand was blood-smeared. Move aside, all of you. The stretcher team rushed in, carrying the comatose Luke Ming away. Sister Tracy, crying and screaming, pushed through, holding her phone high. The screen flooded with malicious comments. Are you even human? Now audiostory. Ming's like this and online still bashing him. Dad. Sister Tracy shoved the phone in Director Zach's face. Director Zach, look. That's the announcement Xander Yang released. So, he says Ming has diva syndrome. He says he's faking misery. Total beasts. They have no idea what Ming's been through. Director Zach glanced at the screen. Face ashen, netizens' curses harsh. Crippled already. Just stay home and lie down. Why drag your face out to scare people? This blood bag looks pretty real. Investing in blood for whitewashing. Impressive. Luke Ming, drop dead. Xander Yang. Director Zach suddenly turned, searching. In the corner, Xander Yang, still in thick down jacket, holding hot coffee, watching the drama. Seeing everyone look his way, he feigned surprise, stepping forward. Ouch! What's happened to Brother Luke? Why? Not the old wound flaring up, is it? Why? I told you. A disabled person shouldn't push it. Nice. Now look. Delaying everyone's filming progress. Slap. A resounding smack. Xander Yang staggered from the hit, coffee spilling all over. He clutched his face, looking at the woman before him. Man, you hit me? Yee. Ow. Samantha stood in the blizzard, hair disheveled, wearing only one shoe, eyes cold as ice. Xander Yang. Her voice wasn't loud, but the surrounding air seemed to drop degrees. That video you released. Xander Yang's eyes evaded. What video? Well, what? I don't know anything. Maybe a sneaky recording leak. Man, hear me out. Netizens these days see wind and call rain. Shut up. Samantha had no patience for nonsense. She turned to look at the unconscious Luke Ming. Pant leg, soaked in blood. Panic, regret, pain, all vanished. Only resolve remained. She snatched Director Zach's walkie-talkie. Static crackle. Samantha's voice echoed across the set. Logistics staff on alert. Seal the site. No one leaves. Film crew, turn on all cameras. Violence or shay, especially that crane camera. Point it straight at Luke Ming's leg. Nhi. Director Zach stunned. CEO Samantha, what are you doing? Sir. Getting to the hospital now is priority. Hey, I know, Samantha interrupted, eyes sweeping the crowd, stopping on Xander Yang. She raised her phone, lips curling coldly. They say he's acting. Say he's faking misery, then let the world see clearly. Say what real faking misery looks like. Baggy. What bloody truth is. Samantha commanded via walkie. Tech department. Nhi. Immediately connect to the biggest live stream platform. I want a network-wide live stream. The blizzard intensified. Xander Yang eyed Samantha in terror. He tried to slip away, but two logistics staff blocked him. Master Shu, CEO Samantha said. YG. No one leaves. The logistics staff eyed him coldly. Livestream signal connected. Millions of netizens flooded in, ready to bash Luke Ming, but saw an unfiltered, uncut scene. Blizzard filling the sky. On the stretcher, a leg broken, flesh mangled, bones shattered, exposing the metal bone. Blood dripping on white snow, strikingly vivid. The world fell silent instantly. Medical staff giving emergency first aid to me. Snip of scissors cutting, fabric dye. Crack, crack mixed in the blizzard. I leaned on the stretcher, consciousness hazy, forcing myself not to close eyes. Several cameras placed before me. Lenses, dark, only red lights on. That was the live stream start signal. Samantha stood out of frame, holding a tablet, expression grim. I heard her tell tech, change the title. Nhi, just call it. This is the diva they speak of. Wait. 1. No warm-up, no intro. Live stream cut straight in. I could see real-time images on the monitor too. No filters. Image, slightly shaky. Lens pointed straight at the just-cut right pant leg. Skin flipped, blood oozing. Silver-white metal joint exposed to air, still tangled with torn muscle fibers. Comments paused a second, then jumped madly. Holy shit, what makeup effects? What effects my ass? Look at that blood flow speed. Now, and that metal part, that's real bone nailed with iron. Then, didn't they say Luke Ming has diva syndrome, faking illness? Wow, this is too scary. I can't watch anymore. This would hurt to death. The doctor rinsing the wound with saline. Liquid pouring on the wound. I clenched teeth. Neck veins bulging. A muffled groan from throat. Cold sweat from forehead into eyes. Stinging sharp pain. Hold on, the metal's dislocated. Enderlan. Need to reset it to fix. Doctor said shakily. Mr. Luke, do you really not want this leg anymore? Newjal, wouldn't be. I had no strength to answer, just gripped the stretcher edge. Nails digging deep into canvas. Lens captured my twitching muscles, and cold sweat drops plopping on the stretcher. Samantha said nothing, just waved. Lens suddenly turned. Image left me, pointed straight at nearby snowfield, where the cracked dummy prop I threw lay sprawled. 2 logistics staff straining to lift it onto scales. 1, 2, 3, up. 2 burly men red-faced, veins popping. Neck veins raised, barely lifting the dummy 10 centimeters off ground, then dropping it with a thud on the electronic scale. Boom! A massive sound rang out. Snow dust flying. Dull metal clash through mic, echoing to every watching netizen's ears. Lens zoomed close up, on the scale numbers. Red digits dancing then stopping at 95 kg, 95 kg. Set deathly quiet, live stream comments exploded. Did I see wrong? Over 90 kg. Luke Ming carried this walking dozens of meters earlier. And in high plateau, snow. He's disabled too, with artificial joint in leg. Who said stuffed with cotton? Who said foam? This is clearly lead stuff. Those bashing Luke Ming for faking come out now. You try carrying a gas cylinder, probably gasping. He carried a full-grown man on back. At that moment, a frivolous voice rang. Oh, yeah. Why's everyone gathered here? Not working anymore. Xander, Yang hugging thermos. Script tucked under arm, swaggering over. He had no idea livestream was on. He saw the crowd around the dummy, thinking they were disposing evidence. He walked to the stretcher's side, bent to look at me, lips in sleazy grin. Brother Luke still treating the wound? Nigel. TSK. Looks scary. He leaned close. Lowered voice. Just caught by lapel mic. Brother Luke. Niall, if health's bad, don't force it. Then they. See, because of your fall, everyone has to stand freezing with you. Now Sue. Delaying progress. CEO Samantha pays the bill. He straightened, faked a sigh, turned to surrounding staff. Disperse, everyone. Brother Luke's just old wound. Diabetes. Water. Used to deep acting. Light bump and bleeding. Actually, no big deal. Rest 2 days, and fine. As he spoke, he kicked the electronic scale. Face full contempt. Who made this prop? Looks dirty, filthy. Toss it quick out of sight. He didn't glance at the scale number. Or rather, he didn't care. I looked at that face, finding it absurd. Ender Yang. Perhaps you'll never know how death is spelled. Samantha in shadows witnessed the whole scene, her gaze like viewing a corpse. Live stream comments, now unbearable. Beast. This guy's a total beast. What did I just hear? Faking. Bones exposed and call it faking. Xander Yang, it's you. You're the smearer. Trashing Luke Ming, and still smiling. He can still smile. Luke Ming shaking in pain right beside. What male god? Clearly a demon. Peak. Two-faced. Xander Yang still babbling. Where's director Zach? Ender Yang. Prize V. If Brother Luke can't shoot, might as well shoot my scenes first. Anbijao. I'm in top form. Xander Yang. A cold female voice cut him off. Samantha stepped from behind camera. No coat on. Thin shirt, billowing in wind. Missing one shoe on foot. Bare feet frozen red. But she walked steady, step by step to Xander Yang's front. Xander Yang paused. Quickly changed to concerned face. Man, why so lightly dressed? Quick, wear my down jacket. He reached to remove outer coat. Slap! A stack of A4 papers smacked his face. Sharp edges slicing his cheek. Papers scattering everywhere. Printed bank transaction records. And screenshots of messages. Xander Yang dazed from hit. Clutching face. Man, what are you doing? So many people here. So, you know there are people. Samantha pointed at nearby camera. Voice, not loud, but exuding, bone-chilling cold. Open your dog eyes wide and look. God, she. What is that? Xander Yang followed her finger. Red indicator light dot. Livestream icon, on da. His face instantly pale. Pupils contracting. He froze. Lee, live stream? Oh. Voice quivering. Instinctively, covered face. Then frantically, tried picking ground papers. Samantha stomped on that transaction bill. That was proof. Xander Yang transferred 500 million to gossip boss. In notes. Clearly, drown Luke Ming till dead. When a lens zoomed close. Close-up shaking, all social media. Xander Yang. Samantha glared. Bribed props team to stuff lead-in dummy. Yaya D. 90K Yuri. Bribed fanpages to smear Luke Ming as diva. One. Price 500 million. On set deliberately tripping a disabled actor. Nyandawayway. That's your upbringing. Just now on camera mocking, sarcastically. New I. That's your character? Samantha deep breath. Voice through mic echoing cyberspace. Resounding across white snowfield. You can't act. Can't be human. From now, your contract terminated. Deregulance. Scram. Last word, heavy. Xander Yang legs buckled. Collapsed in snow. Done. All over. He looked at jumping live stream numbers. Tens of millions watching live. He tried sophistry. Crawled grabbing Samantha's pant leg. Man, misunderstanding. Nyanwo. Just a misunderstanding. The assistant, the new assistant did it. Hey, I knew nothing. Still acting. Samantha disgustedly kicked him away. The temp prop worker confessed all. You gave him 20 million cash. Why didn't they? To swap the stuffing. Police en route. Tour. Hearing police. Xander Yang totally collapsed. Intentional injury. This was criminal case. Surrounding staff looked at Xander Yang with contempt and fury. The one previously harshly cursed by Xander Yang boldly spat. Tui, beast. I on stretcher witnessed this ridiculous play. Knee throbbing, heart deep, consciousness fuzzy, but heart strangely peaceful. No glee at all, only tragic sorrow for such a scumbag. These 2 years I endured endless humiliation. Samantha, done with Xander Yang, turned toward me, knelt by stretcher looking at my ruined leg, tears pouring like rain. Luke Ming. She wanted to say something but choked. Enough. I closed eyes, not wanting to see her. CEO Samantha. Plays over. I should curtain call too. Contract breach compensation. My lawyer will talk to you. This film, I'm not shooting? Samantha panicked. Reached to grab me. No, don't go, Luke Ming. I'm wrong. I know I'm truly wrong. To hospital now. Best hospital. I'll find the best doctor. Best doctor? I opened eye. Looked at overcast hazy sky. Laughed bitterly. 2 years ago. The best doctor you dismissed as scammer. Why? Anandre. Oh, Brian. That medicine you tossed straight to trash. Nyaji. Samantha. Some things once broken are gone. We sorry. Can't mend. Samantha's face pale. Lips trembling, speechless. Just then roaring engine broke the stalemate. Sound ferocious. Unlike set vehicles. Everyone turned. In hazy blizzard, a black off-road modded vehicle crashed through warning fence, kicking up snow dust and gravel, skidding sideways by set. Door flung open. First out was Sister Tracy. She ran gasping. Hair mess. Carrying medicine, box.I. Then, a figure from back seat. In gray, tang, suit, cloth, shoes flat, sole. Silver white hair neatly combed. Face wrinkled but spirit sharp. In sub-zero, snowy mountain. Wearing just thin clothes. Seeing this person, my cold heart jumped. Samantha stunned too. She didn't know him, but felt strong aura from the old man. Sister Tracy rushed to stretcher, crying, yelling, "Amen, saved! Whoa, see who I invited," pointing at old man behind. Old man strode. Crowd parted automatically. He reached stretcher. Ignored Samantha. Ignored lenses. Eyes fixed on my leg. Old man snorted coldly. Voice powerful. 2 years ago I said, "Why?" These legs kneel once more. Even great Luo Golden. Immortal hard to save. Why? Nene. Where? Ah. So, took my words as wind past ears? No. I looked at him. Eyes burning. Throat choke. Senior ghost hand. Yes. This was the eccentric healer. 2 years ago I knelt on Kunlun 3 days, 3 nights. To beg him down mountain. Coast hand Thomas Chen. Who swore never save again. But finally moved by me. Gave me that divine medicine. Samantha heard, ghost hand. Like thunderstruck. Horrified at old man. Then, at me. Fragments pieced, 2 years ago. Luke Ming from Kunlun. Said, begged divine healer. What did she say then? Where'd this scammer come from? Now that scammer stood towering here. Ghost hand ignored all. Pressed hand on my knee. Gnarled, but hot hand. Lightly tapped acupoints on my leg. Heart-piercing pain eased slightly. Blood stopped too. Hold on. Ghost hand took silver needle pack from Sister Tracy's box. This western scrap iron nailed in bone diamond. Underweighty. Just looking irritate. Glanced at dislocated artificial joint. eyes full disgust. Broken, just remove it. I never do lost deals in life. Oh, that year you knelt 3 days begging me, save that girl. This debt, unsettled. He suddenly turned, sharp eyes stabbing dazed Samantha beside. You're the girl who took my 9-turn bone renewal ointment. Tossed in trash? Samantha shuddered, face bloodless, facing this legendary figure. Dared not breathe loud. Sorry, elder. Nhi. Shut up! Ghost hand cut off. I save him not for your face. Nay. But I see this kid as backbone. Nhi. Marching 90 kg with broken leg. Nhi. Ghost hand looked at me, stern face showing faint smile. Got some skill. Kid, this leg. Healed. No more kneeling to women. Shay. Don't disgrace me, said he waved. 3 silver needles stabbed major acupoints around my knee. I threw head back roaring. After searing pain, warm flow flooded marrow. Live stream went wild again. Holy shit. Who's this old guy? So cool. Ghost hand Thomas Chen. God, isn't this the legendary national medicine master? Heard he retired long ago. It's him. The one Luke Ming knelt to back then is him. This bet Luke Ming nailed. Samantha really tossed life-saving medicine. Oh heavens. This twist harsh. Samantha must regret. Guts green. This old guy's epic. Never kneel to women again. Heard that. Blood boils. Blizzard growing. But I felt no cold. I looked at Ghost Hand's profile. Then at regretful Samantha beside. Wanting close, but daring not. I knew from today. A lowly misunderstood Luke Ming. Deed in this blizzard. The survivor. Would be a Luke Ming never bowing to anyone again. Blizzard still roaring. Only Ghost Hand, Thomas Chen's words. Don't disgrace me echoing in ears. Director Zach beside Bay. Eyes wide. Glued to old man acupuncturing me. He hurriedly rubbed hands on jacket. Bowed 90 degrees. Cautiously inched close. Could it be elder divine healer Thomas Chen? Neil Hall. Director Zach's voice trembled. 10 years ago, my father had cerebral stroke. Now, thanks to you passing, 1 needle saved life. After I trekked to Kunlun 3 times seeking you. While, but refused each time. Unexpected today meet the living immortal here. Ghost hand didn't lift eyelid. Silver needle in hand. Precisely stabbed. Yang Ling Quan acupoint beside my knee. Not dead yet. Don't block light. Old man's temper fiery. Director Zach, not angry at all. Face, flushed, excited instead. Turned to cameras yelling, recorded all? Now? This is TCM Pinnacle, a living legend. Set buzzed up. Netizens, doubting earlier. Now, hearing Director Zach's attitude, no one dared question. Director caliber like Zach Murray, famous strict in industry, would never misrecognize. I leaned on stretcher. Knee had warm flow. Right leg once cold numb like ice. Started slight pricking pain. Just then, Xander Yang charged. He was sitting in snow. Now crawling to Ghost, hand front. Divine healer, healer Thomas. Or yay. Xander Yang's face, sycophantic smile, features twisted anxious. Remember me? 2 years ago. Yes. 2 years ago I sent someone beg medicine from you. Wah. That's the 9-turn bone renewal ointment. Thanks to your medicine cured man's illness. He wanted to muddle through, though all knew truth. But what if Samantha believed him? He just insist medicine he begged. Then no matter dirty tactics, salvage around, because no one believes. A movie emperor kneel in snow for X. Just cling to healer's fame. He'd have, flip, chance. Xander Yang reached to tug Ghost Hand's sleeve. Healer. Well, we're old acquaintances. Help explain to them a bit. Wasn't I who first sent someone to beg? One. Slap. A crisp boom. Xander Yang's words choked in throat. Hit spinning half-turn on spot. Crashing into snow pit. Whole set, deathly quiet. Ghost Hand retracted hand. Disgustedly wiped on hem. This slap extreme. Half Xander Yang's face swelled like chopping board. Mouth corner bleeding. He dazed, confused. Clutching face, staring at old man. Ghost Hand stood straight, looking down Xander Yang. I practiced medicine 50 years. Why didn't I? Swore never leave Kunlun. Old man's voice, booming. Even without mic, deafening. In life, I broke rule only once. Wait. He suddenly raised hand. Gnarled finger, pointing straight at stretcher person. Just for this foolish kid who knelt legs to pulp in snow. Now Ziyao nearly froze dead at my door. One day, say, Ghost Hand's voice carried fury and authority. 3 days, 3 nights, -30. Wondered Bayo. This kid's knee bones knelt to shards. Wanada Dao. Blood dyed red a whole snow patch. Dazirdo. I forced by his stubborn stupidity, no choice. No. Had to break rule, give medicine. The old man turned to Xander Yang. Who the hell are you? Worthy to claim acquaintance with me? Nay, Shibul. That year when this kid dragged disabled leg down mountain. Shit. I told him. This, he traded life for. Yet, from your mouth, becomes you got through connections? Oh, wang they, you dog-spewing shit. If, decades ago, I'd needle seal your death acupoint. Anizi, wanizi, wada, all way. So lifetime never open mouth again. One while, each word steel-like slamming face. Livestream comments paused second, then crazy explosion. All clear now. No defense left. Insider testimony, plus master guarantee. Exposed all 2 years ago, truth to everyone. I looked at Xander Yang. Light in his eyes extinguished. No, not me, lips quivering. Wanted rebut, but no words. Other side. Samantha froze, shaking violently in blizzard. Each Ghost Hand word, hammer to her heart. Smashing her pride to bits. 2 years ago, memory surfaced. Luke Ming. Where'd you whore? Stinking all over. Tree. This thing filthy as hell. Toss quick. She recalled porcelain jar knocked by her hand. Recalled kick to corner by Xander Yang. And Luke Ming's eyes then. No anger. No explanation. Only despair. And silent death. Turns out not unknown folk remedy. But what Luke Ming knelt knees to pulp. Traded half life for her life-saving medicine. Yet her hand tossed his life to trash. Even 2 years. She pampered, credit thief, Xander Yang. Trampling true benefactor underfoot. Regret and disgust surged. Samantha bent retching dry. Wanted cry, but couldn't. Knees buckled. Collapsed, straight, in snow. Right by my stretcher. Less than 2 meters. Snow water, soaking pant legs. Cold invading knees. This chill compared to what Luke Ming endured nothing. Samantha lifted head. Face pale. Makeup smeared, hair mess. Eyes empty looking at me. Looking at right leg full of needles. And my mangled skin. Luke Ming. Voice hoarse like sand. She reached to touch my pant leg. But hand stopped midair. Trembling, not daring down. Filthy. She saw herself utterly filthy. Once mocked Luke Ming kneeling as filthy. Now realized the filthy one was herself. Sorry, sorry, Samantha babbled. Tears big drops on snow. I didn't know. I really didn't. If I knew you begged that medicine. Daimzi. Even death I wouldn't toss. Luke Ming hit me. Curse me. Please don't look at me like this. No. I looked at her, the woman I once would die for, now kneeling lowly unmatched. But my heart, no revenge thrill, only fatigue. Fatigue, making breathing laborious. CEO Samantha, I spoke, voice flat, grounds cold, stand up. Now Nhi, don't ruin Nhi's kneeling. Because in this world, no second fool. While willing to Kunlun kneel beg medicine for you. This sentence crueler than myriad curses. Samantha stiffened, as drained of strength, collapsed in snow, sobbing wretchedly. That was faith collapse sound. Distant police sirens, blue-red lights, tearing blizzard. Several police burst barrier, hands ready with cuffs. Who's Xander Yang? Xander Yang, hearing call, sprang up like spring, turned running, grab him. Two logistics instantly pinned him in snow. Police rushed, twisting his arms back. Click. .eu. Cuffs. Locked those hands. Xander Yang suspected intentional injury, embezzling public assets, and large-scale fraud. What d? Come with us. Xander Yang thrashed madly, face buried in snow, yelling, "Let go! Now, I'm a star. I'm Shu family young master. I want lawyer. Samantha. Man, save me. I did it all for you." Police, no arguing, dragged him to police car, passing me. Xander Yang lifted head, looking up, eyes full, venom, and fear. I calmly glanced him, like viewing trash, for disposal. Xander Yang shoved in police car. Sirens fading. Set quiet again. Livestream still on. Tens of millions, netizens, witnessing, play, end. Ghost hand pulled last needle. Done. Old man clapped hands, packed needles. Bones, reset. Meridians cleared, but this just first aid. Why? To not waste this leg. Follow me back to Kunlun. Proper recuperate half to 1 year. Nay, he glanced me. Kid. Coming? I propped stretcher edge, trying move right leg. Pain. But pain of life. Sister Tracy, I called. Sister Tracy, still wiping tears, hurried close. Aiming. Help me up. But your leg. Help me up. Nyan. Sister Tracy couldn't refuse. With assistant, each side lifted me stand. Ghost hand gave me new cane. A dry branch snapped roadside. Perfect hardness. I took branch, steadied body. Wind stopped, but snow fell. I stood mid-snowfield, in blood-soaked costume. Around film crew fully geared. Staff faces full remorse. Director Zach's burning eyes. And Samantha, kneeling dazed. All watching me, waiting my victory declaration. Waiting me curse that scum couple. Waiting me use this heat return Pete. I just adjusted disheveled collar. Motion, slow. Even collar bloodstain. I smoothed it, flat. Then looked at director. Director. Voice, not loud, but clear across snowfield. This scene done acting. Director Zach paused, nodded, acted. Done. Luke Ming. You performed too excellently. Wow. This film's male lead, definitely yours. One. Wait, heel. Whole crew waits. No need disroll. Shiwao. I cut him. Director Zach stunned. What? I lowered look at scarred right leg. Then, glanced, flashing red camera. Through that lens. Seemed see behind screen. Tens of millions eyes. Yesterday, cursing me died. Today, mass, apologizing. This fame too hot, too dirty. I smiled. Director Zach, my role ends. I turned back to Samantha. Back to lens. Back to this fame fortune place. I want to retire. Said, I leaned on dry wood cane. Step by step, to ghost hands old off-road. Behind Samantha's heart-rending yell, Luke Ming. Don't go. Please don't. She tried, crawl, chase, but knelt too long legs numb. Crashed in snow. Could only watch that back, farther away. Resolute like blizzard at Kunlun, foot 2 years ago. Never turning back. Off-road crunched gravel, down mountain Doryu. Outside window, all white snow. Pocket phone buzzed again. 49th time screen. Lit. Bo. Displaying 2 words. Samantha. Ghost hand. Thomas Chen. In passenger. Torque. Fingers twirling unlit. Pipe. Glanced me. Regret? Old man's voice like sandpaper on wood. If regret. Turn back now. Still time. That girl knelt fainted in snow. Nah. Being carried to ambulance. I lowered look at phone. Screen light. On car door tore. Reflecting my pale face. Senior. I lowered window. Cold wind with snowflakes. Rushed in. Blowing face stinging. I never turned back. Let go. Phone arced. Instantly swallowed by blizzard. No sound heard. World finally quiet. Done. Ghost hand paused. Then suddenly laughed loud, shaking snow off roof. Good. Well done, kid. This point much like me. He hummed a tune. Floored gas. Vehicle like beast roaring into blizzard. Leaving the wailing woman at Kunlun foot da, and her half-absurd life behind. In mountains, no mine dates. I stayed at Ghost Hand's herb hut, full year. This year, daily soaked in black herb, vat, et. Enduring bone, reconnect pain. Ghost Hand ruthless. For root cure. Removed, that artificial joint. Used secret formula. Stimulate bone regrowth. Hurt? Yes. Each med change. I bit through wood sticks. But compared heart pain with Samantha. That dull knife cutting flesh pain. This physical pain made me feel truly alive. Feeling means pain. Mountain-based news occasionally from Sister Tracy. She said Xander Yang, sentenced, multiple crimes. 15 years, prison. Sentencing, day. Xander Yang scared peed pants in court, crying yelling. Samantha saved ye. But Samantha didn't come. Sister Tracy said, Samantha mad. Transferred half company shares to my name. Spent huge sum higher world. Top medical teams search everywhere for me. She went to my old apartment. Found long empty. Day I moved, took nothing. Furniture, clothes, photos. Even cufflink she casually gave left there. Room silent, desolate. Heard, one no. Samantha sat in empty house full day night. Stepping out, hair grayed much. Hearing these. My hand still shelling peanuts nonstop. I mean, you don't hate her? Sister Tracy online timidly asked. I tossed peanut chewing. I smiled. Looking clouds on Kunlun Peak outside window, hating someone takes effort. Sister Tracy, now I just want sunbathe. No waste effort hating someone unimportant. Year later, Snow Realm release. No promo, no tour. Just heat from year ago, live stream. Box office broke $3 billion in 3 days. On big screen, crippled assassin, crawling snow. Eyes sharp, full despair. Audience, exiting theater, all red-eyed. Critics wrote Luke, Ming not acting, but tearing soul for audience. Greatest performance film history. Dow. Also, most tragic farewell. Awards season at Golden Statue ceremony. Samantha front, row. Wa. Emaciated, in high-end black gown. No matter exquisite makeup, couldn't hide eye gloom. On ring finger, cheap, plain ring. Old item I bought roadside, proposed her 2 years ago. Once, despised, tossed in drawer. This year's best male lead is presenter. Voice, trembling. Snow Realm, Luke Ming. Whole hall, stood applauding. Stage lights on seats. Spot labeled Luke Ming Guy. Empty, no Luke Ming. Only dust floating in beam. Applause thundered, 3 minutes. No one sat. All waiting. Waiting. That man, from wings. Even on Kane, okay. But no. Director Zach red-eyed on stage. Hand no trophy. Only letter. Hall deathly silent. Samantha glued to that paper. Nails digging, palm. Blood oozing, staining skirt. Hem. Director Zach. To me. Choked. Luke Ming didn't come. He asked me accept award, and read this letter. Letter short, 2 sentences. Director Zach opened letter. Big screen showed content. First half-life acted others, too shabbily. No. Nuttery. Remaining life, want, act myself. High mountains, long rivers. No need meet again. Sets silent as death. No need meet again. 4 words farewell to entertainment. Also most absolute sentence for someone. Samantha looked big screen. Tears streaming. Mouth open, wanting cry. But throat, only broken moans. Screen started snow realm ending. Assassin task, done. Dragged ruined legs alone deep into snowy mountain. Blizzard hazy, back shrinking, until fully vanished. Samantha reached as if grabbing that back through air. Luke Ming. Finally, she wailed aloud. Right in glamour scent, like child, lost, favorite toy. Crying heartbroken. She got the business empire. Luke Ming once wanted, help protect. She had countless wealth power. But she, forever lost. Man once knelt in snow begging healer for her. Man once cooked porridge for her late nights. That empty, glory, podium. Swallowed all her pride and remaining life. Scene shift. Nameless South Pacific Island. No snow. Only beach, sea, sunlight. Sea breeze, blowing. Coconut grove rustling. I in floral short. Bare upper body showing. Firm muscle blocks. On once ruined right leg, long scar. Like centipede, but not ferocious. Instead, like metal. No cane, gait slight limp. But no hinder waiting. I Ming, coconut fell. Quick pick, not far. Local black guy yelled at me. Grinning white teeth. Coming! I ran over. Feet on hot sand. Heat from soles, spreading body. So warm, far better than Kunlun frozen ground. I picked fresh, fallen Siamese coconut, smashed with rock, tilted, head, big, gulp, coconut water sliding throat. Wiped mouth, white, gazed, sea, dusk falling. Sea surface dyed orange-red. Seagulls, wheeling. Distant fishing boat horns, returning port. Here, no movie emperor, Luke Ming died. No bootlicker Luke Ming died. No Luke Ming under mask. Just me. Ordinary lame guy liking sunbathe and coconut water. Die. Wind messing hair. I squinted at setting sun. Lips curling. This first genuine smile after 2 long years. Farewell? What farewell? That yesterday snow-filled day. I turned, carrying coconut. Step high-low toward seaside cottage. Back elongated, under sunset.